I have my serious face on today because I want to talk about suicide and the signs to watch out for. My human was a member of the Australian Defence Force. He has lost a couple of good friends to suicide. He has even attempted suicide a couple of times himself, and this is why I'm giving you some warning signs to watch out for. I don't know what I would do if my human actually was successful at ending his life. I don't want to think about it. And that's why I do my best to try and cuddle up to him and give him as much attention as I need when I feel him withdrawing. I feel like that actually makes a difference to him. I'm doing my best for my human's well-being. And I hope that you'll do the best for your loved ones as well. "2017 is the most recent record I can come across with the figures for suicide in both Australia and the US. In Australia, we have a population of roughly 26 million people, and in 2017, 3,128 deaths were attributed to suicide. The estimate of how many people actually attempted suicide is well above 200,000 people. The United States had a population of 325 million people. 47,173 people ended their life. And it's believed 1.4 million people attempted suicide in 2017. That is a staggering amount of people who lost faith, didn't have the ability to reach out and ask for help, who believed life wasn't worth living. It's sad to think about what may have been going through their heads at that point in time, but it's quite clear that they did not have the support they needed at that point, no matter what personal tragedies they were going through. There are many signs to watch for. There are also factors that need to be considered as well. Sudden loss of employment, financial stresses, relationship breakdowns, and things like depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, psychological conditions such as schizophrenia. They all have an effect on the person's willingness to attempt or commit suicide. Now, prior suicidal behaviour is a big warning sign because it is more likely that they will attempt it again and again if things aren't going as planned. It's unfortunate, life is unfair, and sometimes we have setbacks that we just don't see a way around or through. Increased use of alcohol and drugs is another sign to watch out for. People withdrawing and isolating themselves. People who are giving their possessions away. Setting things up for them being out of the picture. Suicide notes, threats, and some more things to watch out for as if they're taking unnecessary risks. Self-harming, fighting, breaking the law, emotional outbursts, increased irritability. If these things are out of character for them normally, chances are they're dealing with stress that is overwhelming them. And whether it gets to the point where they want to take their life or not, I don't know. But one thing for sure is if someone actually offers them a little bit of help and support, it might sway them towards trying other avenues, trying to fix their problems instead of letting them take them over and ruin their life. There are so many things in hindsight that come to light, it's not funny. The aftermath of a loved one committing suicide is heartbreaking for most people, trying to understand why they did what they did. Asking yourself whether you could have done something earlier. Hindsight comes into it quite often. My human was an ambulance officer for a time, and he was a first responder to many suicide attempts. He has seen firsthand the damage that it can do to relationships. It puts undue stress onto the people that are left behind, and it's not fair for someone to do that to other people that they love. We live in a world where some people can be selfish, and some people are going to hide the signs until it's too late and they've done something. We need to be vigilant, we need to keep an eye out, and where possible, we need to intervene and try to help. Doing nothing is not an option, even if it's just the slightest slither of proof. Voice your concerns. That's all it could take to stop someone from doing something stupid. If you are watching this and you are considering suicide yourself, please think about the effect it's going to have on the people around you. Reach out and ask for help. There are numerous organisations around the world that are set up just for that purpose. If you can use YouTube, you can use Google, you can find that information. If you don't feel like talking to a human, you can always talk to your dog. We love to listen. And goldfish, they love to listen too. Just don't trust cats. They're shady as. They're not worth the trouble. Your pets will be able to listen. They won't be able to respond and give you advice. But we're always happy to lend an ear. And if it makes you feel better, that is awesome. What have you got to lose by attempting to get help? In Australia, there are many organisations that you can call to access help and assistance. Lifeline on 13 11 14. If you're a veteran in Australia, you're eligible for Open Arms Veterans and Family Counselling, which was formerly VVCS, on 1800 011 046. In America, you have the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. They can be reached via their website or by 1800 273 8255. If you need the help, don't be afraid to ask for it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody needs help. Nobody gets by in this world by themselves. Why not take advantage of it and see what other options there are available? Talking to someone, putting your thoughts and feelings and getting another person's opinions can make the world of difference.